Good morning, gamers. Welcome back to The Full Grip. My name is Daryl. Today we're going to be starting our budget to Mythic account. In our previous video, we did our account build, how we got gold, Mythic cards, rare wild cards, and built our mono blue tempo deck. Today we're going to be going in and actually starting to play some games on the rank ladder. Now, for this ladder run, budget to Mythic, I'm only allowing 12 Mythic and rares or $100 on USD in value in the account. So it has to be under one of those two. The reason why I chose 12 rares is that's what I was able to get through my starter account without putting any money into it. So it's all free to play. And then if you're playing in real life, if you're going out to your F&M, nobody wants to spend more than $100, especially on their first couple decks, until they really get into the game and really figure out how to play. Today is March 20th, I believe. It shows 11 days left in the season. Currently have no games played. Let's go over a little deck review on the account. So it's mono blue tempo. This has registered top 8s in international events or online events. And with this here, it's very simple. We do have 3 different creatures. We have the Tolarian Terror. It's a big doofus. Be bashing for 5/5. Its spells cost 1 less for each instant and sorcery in the graveyard. We have Letter Shredder. He's going to be our card advantage or card filtering. When you cast your second spell each turn, you get to connive. So you'll draw a card, you'll discard a card. If you discard a non-land, you get a +1/+1 counter on him. If you discard a land, great, you filtered out lands that you didn't need, and you have more resources in your hand. And then the big winner right here, this is going to be our main win condition, the Haunty Djinn. It's instant and sorceries are 1 less to cast, but his power is equal to instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. So usually we'll put him down, protect him for a couple turns, and swing in for some big hits, and then we win. We do have quite a bit of card draw, Flow for Knowledge, Thirst for Discovery, Impulse, and Consider. Those are going to be all of our card draw spells, all at different manas, or CMCs. And then our protection spells, we have Fading Hope, Shore Up, Slip Out the Back. This one's actually huge for individual protection because it phases out until our turn instead of just adding hexproof where they could still respond to it. And then March of the Swirling Mist. Say we have enough or we don't have enough damage in the air. And Tolarian Terror can attack because there's some little chump blockers down low. March of the Swirling Mist can actually phase out the opponent's creatures as well as our creatures, and we can get damage in that way. 20 basic islands, nice and easy. Let's go ahead and get into the games and see what we can get started with, or how many wins we can get actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to find a match. We're going to go ranked, best of 1 standard, because that's what we have, and then this is our only budget deck available to us. Alright, game 1, we have no rank. We got mono blue versus Super Nino. Super Nito? No creatures off the bat, but we do have a Thirst for Discovery. We'll go ahead and mulligan. We do need at least 1 creature. This one has a Letter Shredder. We'll do that. We'll get rid of the Flow of Knowledge. We don't have enough mana to play with that. Island and pass turn. So we're going to start with Letter Shredder, and then hopefully we get some additional card draw spells so that we can send them out quite early. Start filtering cards and get down. Got blue, white, black, so esper. Impulse. We don't need to worry about that for now. Let's get in for one, protect him. So we're looking at Esper colors. Those lands are really cool. Raffine's Tower, pass to attackers. We'll take one. We're not really too worried about one right now. And I don't have enough mana to impulse and shore up, so I'm just going to hold it. Swing in for one. Unfortunately, we missed our land drop, but since we got our second gen, at end of turn, if nothing happens, I will impulse so that we can get that land drop. Enters 2. Slip out. Oh, I didn't impulse. Well, there's your first misplay. He is pretty tapped out. He does have the one Raffine's Tower. So I didn't draw it. Sweet. Didn't get any lands. I'm going to sit back for blockers because we can deal one back and forth, but I can't take 3 and only deal 1. It's a losing game for me. That's alright. We got the 2 gens behind. They use their kill spell on that, on the Ledger Shredder. They more than likely have another kill spell, especially if they're running Urtai. They more than likely have another Urtai, but it is legendary. They probably won't play it. Maybe a Wandering Emperor. Something of that nature. I'm going to block the more damage. Perfect. So I will Haunting Djinn here. If they counter it, they counter it. That's fine. I just need to make sure that I have enough mana to back it up at the end of the day. Figure out what they want to do, whether they want to counter or kill. They can counter that, that's fine. Fading Hope. And we will pass turn. They're slowly chipping me out, but I have a Haunting Djinn on board and I have protection spells. So there shouldn't be any issues there. Now if he targets for me to put it back in my hand, that's fine. I'll slip out the back and add a counter. We will lose some damage, or lose some life due to damage. The only thing that stops this is a negate. She doesn't seem to have or want to use. Boom, there's the terror, the big doofus. So I'm going to leave 1 blue mana up, maybe 2 blue mana up. And I'm going to mist his creatures. What do I want to do? I'm going to mist his creatures so that we're not taking so much damage. And we're going to start our offensive. We will put a stop here. Pass turn. We got to stop in their draw steps so that we can mist Opponent has something. I'm going to do it now. Value for X is going to be 4. I will submit a Fading Hope. I'll just do 3. Because I could block 1, that's not a problem. So that effectively counters his plan. With having bounce effects like that, just so you see what this says, exile, I'll pull it up this way. Exile target artifact or creature, then return it to its battlefield under your control. It gets a 1/1 counter on it. So it's effectively trying to use his bounce or his enter the battlefield effects over and over. I'm going to start with Shore Up because I still want him on the battlefield. The only thing I'm worried about at that point is a board wipe, but he's not going to wipe with this many creatures. Gonna block here so that we don't get as much damage. He's tapped. Down to 2. Okay. We can do this. Second spell. Let's discard Fading Hope. Get the +1/+1. We are not gonna attack because we need to block all damage. Actually, it's a loss anyways. Because if I slip out the back, I phase out. I block 2. I'm able to block 2. I take 1 damage. I don't think I turned the corner there. I think that was a bad concede. But we'll take it. First victory on the account. Got two marks into our bronze 4. Alrighty, we got Mono Blue versus Chappie. Let's see what Chappie got's going on. Looks like we're going second. We do have the Haunting Djinn and a draw spell so that we can hopefully get into a Ledger Shredder. So we'll keep this one. Black-white gain life. Secondary Djinn, so we're not too worried about kill spells anymore. Esper yet again. Esper Toxic. Yeah, we're gonna need creatures to block the Toxic. We're gonna take 2, and then we should get some blockers down. They do have the kill spell that proliferates, so hopefully we're able to get enough creatures out fast enough before we take too much toxic damage. White, black. There's another toxic. This one having Death Touch. That's awesome. So we're going to take 2 toxic. And end of turn, I'm going to Impulse. Let's See if he has anything else for me. Lifelink. There's nothing in his graveyard to worry about. That's fine. Do we want another Jin? I think we... Let's take a Fading Hope because we can actually stop or slow down the Toxic. Like, we can start bouncing this. If they start adding any type of equipment... Cool. Get the Drown for -4 and Proliferate. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 already. The secondary Jin. We're gonna start blocking some of the Duelist. We'll be able to block the Duelist. We don't care about their actual life total, because once we start swinging in on the offensive, it's crazy. Okay, can't block. That's fine. Oh, they're not gonna equip it. So I'm gonna block here. I think I'm a Fading Hope. Yeah, I'll Fading Hope now. I don't need the island. 7. Impulse. 2. Alright. Maybe we can do it. Depends on what spells he's drawing. If he proliferates, we're screwed. But we can sit here and block. That's not a problem. I have no problem losing that guy to you. I can't take any more Toxic. And the reason why I could do that is I could just send another one out. March is going to be great for whenever they have lethal. They lose one, they take one. I need to not highlight over that, because as soon as they realize that that's what they need. So all they really have to do is go wide with their Toxic. And we're either going to lose Toxic or the Missionary just putting in damage over turns. I still have the ability to march their Toxic creature or whatever is attacking. I think I'm going to do that now. Yeah. March one now so it doesn't get attached. He doesn't have enough mana to, or he can technically attach it to the Missionary as well, but can't attack or block. I have to protect it because I have to be able to block. Boom. I don't know if we turn the corner just now, but I'd say we're looking pretty good. Discard the land. So the Djinn is not lethal, but I need the creatures to go wide. So I need the... I need the Sure Up to keep the creatures on board. And I need Fading Hope. Let's do it this way. Because then I could still have the Ledger Shredder next turn. Yeah. Because he targets whoever he targets with the enchantment. It's fine. He targets whoever he targets, and I just send them back. And they can attack this turn. If he wants to replay them, so be it. I will need Thirst for draw spells, but once Ledger Shredder gets out there, we should be in a good position. Ledger Shredder goes. Second spell, additional card. I still need him on the battlefield. Discard 2 or discard a land. Let's discard the land. Add the Tolarian Terror. So we have ways to combat. That's a 2-turn clock right there. I think we turn the corner. I think grabbing the 2 creatures was the best option for us. Now, as long as they don't send out a kill spell on the Djinn, I believe we win. That's fine. That's fine. Attacking with just the 1? Okay. I can block here. Because he's still not flying. He hasn't killed the Djinn. And then we phase him out. He doesn't get the lifelink. That's the game right there. Boom. He doesn't get the lifelink unless he has a second one. And then we hit him for 13 in the air. Perfect. That's fine. I think he's just doing that because the game says he can do it. But that was a really good game. It was real good that we turned the corner. Grabbing the 2 creatures, I think, was the best option for us, so that we go wide and have blockers. And then once we were able to basically deny the attachment of the equipment multiple times and bounce back the double strike creature, it allowed us to turn the corner. So that's perfect. Another 2 marks here on Bronze 4. If we win the next one, we should be able to rank up to Bronze 3, which hopefully that's the goal for today. Alrighty, game 3. Mono blue versus Insanes. 2 I's, 2 Z's. This is going to be too slow just in case it's mono red. We have to have a creature out earlier. Ledger Shredder to Haunting Djinn. We'll get rid of the terror. Just too much mana early game, and we'll be able to get the ball rolling. Ledger Shredder will block against mono blue, but I don't think we're facing mono blue, or I'm sorry, mono red. Looks like we got black. If this is mono black, he's lost. So we have a slip out the back, Thirst for Discovery. I'll get a second creature out there, so any sacrifice effects, I have options. Maybe a murder. We are pretty low on the scale, so I don't see us having a lot of high level cards this early in the game. We will attack with everybody. That's fine. And I'm actually going to do this to protect the Djinn and get the second card draw. I don't need the mist right now. Is it counters on everybody? No. He gets the counter because I connived. Okay, that makes sense. But Haunting Djinn's basically protected because he phased out until the end of, or the start of my next turn. So sacrifice effects, unfortunately the Shredder's going to be gone. Flesh Gorgers are fine. How do you flip them? Oh, they have to pay it. We'll take it. Because we're still going to win that race at the end of the day. Let's attack with just the Shredder. So that we could hold the Djinn back to block. Oh, his Menace. There's a misplay. Cool. So we basically missed 4 damage. We don't have Menace to, or 2 blockers to block the Menace creature. So that puts us in a bad spot, strictly on misplays. We do have the protection available if he does try to kill us. If he tries to kill us, we'll probably slip out the back and then Fading Hope one of their creatures so we can get the second card draw and the connive. Guess we don't got to worry about that at all. Cool. Impulse. If it's any draw spell, I got enough mana. If it's any draw spell, I'm just going to do it again. Ooh. That's tough. Flow of Knowledge is going to refill our hand. Ledger Shredder is going to be enough to block. I'll do Ledger Shredder because that'll be our second spell. And I don't know if it's going to connive on itself. I don't know if that does that because it's upon cast. Get rid of that. But between the 3, I'll be able to block 1. Be able to block 2. Let's pass for now. Combat math is hard. Destroy. So, let's protect him. Alright, yeah, she's gonna be going back to her hand. For sure. I'm gonna make him recast Shieldred as much as possible because I can't take that much damage. So I'm gonna block with 2, and then I'm gonna send the one Ledger Shredder back. This one back to my hand. Yeah. Trigger, take 1. This is different because it's not a draw spell, it's put it into your hand. Let's look at the battlefield. 8, 10, 2, 3. I have to do it. I have to get enough creatures down to block. Hopefully they don't kill me with anything. Is this a draw trigger? Oh. Oh boy. So I have to kill Shieldred or bounce her every time. 16, 17, 18, 19. Shieldred's Edict. That should be lethal if I'm counting right. Because he gets in for 3 at a minimum. Yeah. Yep. That's fine. Mono Blue struggles against Mono Black strictly based off of Shieldred and sacrifice spells. So Shieldred, we don't get our card advantage because it drains 2 every time. And the black kill spells, once you get higher level in rank, they're not target creature, they're opponent sacrifices creature. So that kind of hurts us. Looks like the opponent was a little higher up in rank than we were, so we don't lose our rank, which is awesome. So, all right, Full Grip Mono Blue versus SM Baker 87. If one of these were a card draw spell, I would keep it. Just too many creatures. We need that 3rd land. That was just what was needed. We'll get rid of the Sure Up. Green white. I'm gonna cast these early too because I have so many of them. Cats. I do need the island, so perfect. He might kill it. Reading it to find out what it does on his end. Is this Selesnya? What's that? Oh, that's fine. He can't attack or block. That's okay. That's not what he's for. He's for this reason exactly. Right here. Second spell. We'll get rid of this here. That could be on top. That's fine. Because that's going to protect the terror once he gets out. So next turn I can land, consider, terror, that'll trigger second spell. And then I'll have a blocker for these guys. It is civilians, alright. Take 4. Islands. Consider, I'm doing it in this way because it lowers the cost. And which ones do we need? I need the island. Let's do it this. Let's do it this way. So now I can block. I can't protect it, but it does have Ward 2, so it's going to cost more mana. More mana for him to target it. Is this just the basic civilians deck? Green-white? Might be turning the corner. Don't know about that one. 2, 3, 4. So if I attack, I could kill 1. So I'm gonna hold on the attacks. Oh, creatures. Until end of turn. Has this going on? I'm just gonna say block here. I'm gonna do pay 2, submit 0. My turn. Ledger Shredder, boom. I will attack here. I'm only attacking so that I can get in some free damage. And I'm going to cast this and untap it. I'm going to get some triggers. So we're going to really start seeing our cards. Land can go away. It's the same thing pretty much. Turn. Oh boy. We'll do 1, 2, 3. X is 3. I have to get rid of that. The reason why I'm doing this, I don't want any of these triggers to go off. If he attacks, it's fine. I block. No worries. I really need a flow of knowledge to come through. I mean, another big body terror is fine too. For now. But he's gonna get so many triggers on making his guys bigger. Search for land, that's fine. This lifelink guy needs to chill. So he'll technically win combat. He'll win it for one turn. He has a spell. So I'm going to let him decide what route he's going to go. He's just going to lose his creature and gain life. That's fine. I'm going to hold the island so that next time I get to connive, I have something to ditch. Because if not, I just lose that card as well. Secondary one I'll pass as well. The other thought is to put the islands down so that when we do draw the flow of knowledge, we get additional cards. All right. I did not know it works on his turn. That's awesome. I mean, other guys are getting +1 counter, so it's something I gotta worry about. He's gonna get all his triggers. Probably gonna take 5 and kill everything else. Flow of knowledge. Boom. Discard 2 cards. Discard hope. And the other knowledge. I want the land so I can do this. Oh, I already put the land down. That's going to trigger connive again. And I'll do hope. Get rid of that one. No attacks yet. It's a big grindy game. Ooh, I should have kept a hope so that I could get this guy out of there. Alright, how is this guy getting so big? Other citizens. So he needs to die. Block here. I have to block here, so I take 5, 10, 11, 12. And I get to replace that with Shredder, Jin. So I need a hope. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody's a 2/2. That's gonna be game either way. Too many creatures. So hopefully he doesn't attack, which he's probably going to. Or maybe he'll send his big dudes. Sure. Is that the one I needed? Hold on. Okay, that's gonna resolve. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Gives everybody death touch. Oh no. Oh, that's a simple attack for you, huh? Yeah. Unfortunate. Not enough. Negative 32. Awesome. That's good. First two games are good. Last two games weren't that good on our end. Couple blunders. Alrighty, boys. We got in a couple matches today. First two matches were really good on our end. I don't believe that the blue-black, maybe the Esper deck, I don't think they should have gave up that easy. I think they had a chance on their end. But the last two decks, going wide, it's really hard once they get so wide and so big. The way those citizens just got counters on everything. And then mono black, they just have all the kill spells. Mono blue tempo struggles against mono black just based off of card draw with Shieldred, and that's unfortunate. But we did rank up from no rank, fresh account, to bronze tier 4 with 4. I'm going to call them marks. 4 marks. Hopefully tomorrow we can get some more. Go up to bronze 3. But until then, hopefully I'll see you soon. I very much appreciate a comment and a like. If you guys can tell me how to prevent the blunders. We did have a couple blunders that lost us some damage. And I believe that was it. And maybe a card draw. But outside of that, it was pretty good. Just confusing decks to play against. When you're not playing against meta decks with other meta decks, especially budget decks, it gets a little weird. But I appreciate your time. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And again, when you're playing with budget decks, just do not miss lethal. Thank you guys. I'll see you later.